I rented a house, $2 a week,
A whole
$2 a month. It was right near the town dock. It was a good location, cold and the devil in the winter. And they have rats during the rest of the year anyhow. Had a round oak heater in the living room and a kitchen stove in the kitchen.
Wood.
Oh yes, yes, definitely would. But let's say $3 a quart or something like that, and that was all right. Yeah, I was
So-
used to living much like this, huh? Was inducted in Albany. It went down to Camp Upton, Long Island, and then from there was shipped down to Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and assigned to B Company, the 28th Infantry, the 8th Division. And came back from that detail. Why, I was cadred to the 80th Mountain Division, Blue Ridge Mountains of Tennessee. And that was nice, Camp Forest, Tennessee. It was a good experience there. And then from there, I went to OCS at Fort Benning, Georgia, and became a second lieutenant, no less. A 90-day wonder. Then from Benning, I was assigned to the 84th Division, Texas, Camp House, Texas. As an S2 there, and with the 333rd, 84th Infantry Division, and we maneuvered from up in northern Texas on down to in the southern part of Louisiana, down to Polk and Camp Claiborne. And out of Claiborne, we were shipped up to get on the boat to go to Europe. Well, we landed in Firth of Clyde in Scotland, and put on a train and went down the southern part of England, down to Basingstoke. It was an interesting deal. We were first put in pup tents on this. A lot of men, thousands of men, and we were in pup tents, and rain and mud. Oh, it was rotten.
How did they feed you all? Thousands of men.
Not too well. It was, you had mess kits, okay, and each company had its own cooks, and you ate potatoes and meat or whatever.
Some kind of stew.
You had a lot of good food,
Yeah.
but it isn't the same as sitting down at a table.
You had just come out of the Depression, so you weren't used to fancy food anyway, right?
We're lucky to have enough to keep body and soul together.
Right.
Really.
How did you get over to France?
I went down to the southern part of England, set up camp, and from there we were there maybe 4 or 5 days, and then went down to the barracks down the southern part outside of London, and got 2 days into London.
How did you end up going from England to France?
Well, we're on this small boat. We're taken over to the beaches, and we landed up, went over the boat, over the side and the ropes, onto the barges, and the barge would take us into the camp, into the shore. You get on the shore and you climb up the hill. And I remember that distinctly because of a number of things that happened, but the top of the hill was a Frenchman, and he had a bottle of Calvados. Now, you never heard of such a thing. He offered it to the guys that he wanted to drink. Well, I liked it, huh?
Yeah.
So this was after D-Day. This is 1940.
It's after, oh yes.
1944.
In 1944.
Yeah.
See, D-Day was June 6, 44. I didn't get over there till October, thank
Oh,
goodness.
really? Oh.
That's enough. You know how long it takes to get tired of fighting?
Oh, yeah.
About 1.5 minutes.
Yeah.
First boom, that's enough.
Were you scared
Oh, yes.
all the time?
Well, sure. By being scared, you're alert. I'd had a lot of training in scouting and patrolling, and I taught this, both foot and motorized. And I used to teach these classes in the States. And so when we went overseas, what do you think they wanted me for? to do scouting and patrolling, and sure, when you're out there, you're putting your wits against the enemy, huh? And so you're scared, but you know what you should be doing, and you're doing it. Oh, a lot of interesting things like on patrol. We moved forward up through Europe by train, and was served under the British. The British Second Armored was control of us at the time in Holland. It was under Montgomery. The British soldier was an excellent soldier. He was able to accept the conditions as it was with a good heart. He's complaining all the while, but he was doing his job, and he was a good soldier. Yeah, and he said he was in the wrong bloody army because we had it better than they did, you know, and so on.